This is Level Up Success Podcast with Neff and Truth.
Hey, how you doing, everybody? This is the Level Up
Success Podcast.
and welcome to another episode where we always try to bring knowledge and power to our listener. So tell me now, how we gonna start this today?
Hey, how you guys doing today, man? I'm doing great. I hope you guys are doing great as well. So like we always say, man, we just here to try to level up the mind, right? Because success is basically prepping up the mind. Okay, so I'm very excited actually about our guest today. She's gonna talk about something that's very that I'm very invested on myself, which is the weight loss. So we are gonna talk about that. I'm very excited, like I said again. But before that, can you give us an introduction of who you are?
Yes. Thank you, by the way, for inviting me. I appreciate it very much. My name is Juana, and I come from the Bronx, born and raised in the Bronx. Actually, I was born in Manhattan, but raised in the Bronx.
So what part of Manhattan, though?
El Barrio.
Okay, all right, the Heights, represent.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my mom is from Puerto Rico, and my father's from Ecuador. So
Okay.
Which is great.
Oh, I
I'm
didn't know
surprised
that.
you think he asked her, was that man Dominican back then? Oh, yeah, chief.
No, were they? Yeah. Like were there a lot of Dominicans when you first?
In the Heights?
Yeah, in the
I'm
Heights?
not quite sure because I was a baby when we moved to the Bronx.
Oh, yeah, she moved
So
back. Okay.
I was just born in Manhattan, but I was
Okay.
still a baby when we moved to the Bronx. So
Okay. So for some reason I didn't ask the question.
Yeah.
like somewhere in my subconscious mind, I was like, yeah, I shouldn't ask that. But
No, because you know how people be asking, the height, it's gotta be Dominican.
Yeah,
Or even
yeah.
the Bronx, it gotta be certain.
we gotta do that research. I want to find out at what point Dominicans really ascended to the Heights.
Yeah, because it's like in the south of Manhattan, the Chinatown.
Yeah.
Because you know what? We should do an episode about that.
Yeah, we definitely should.
Because I don't know, for some reason, every culture take over one part of the New York City. It could be in the Bronx, Manhattan, Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Like a certain neighborhood that it's gonna be certain type of culture.
that's true. Well, I'm a 70s baby, so I was born in the 70s. I believe there was maybe a lot of Puerto Ricans there, but then there was slowly moving to the Bronx. That's what I'm thinking.
No, because I grew up in the South Bronx. It was mostly Puerto Rican.
Right.
So, I mean, there was Dominican, blacks too, but you could tell it was mostly, you could tell when you could tell, right?
Yeah.
And one of my best friends too is Puerto Rican, so yeah, you could tell. But it's funny. We should do that one day.
Yeah, no, definitely. Guys, stay tuned, all right? We're about to talk about that in a future part.
episode.
Yeah, definitely. All right. So Juana, what is it that you, what you do as far as a career? You want to share that with us?
Well, I do work with children from elementary school to high school.
Okay.
My job is to work with children with mental health and also with different disability like autism, even PTSD.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I do.
No, that's pretty dope. That's really, it's good to have that in the community.
Because it's a difficult job. I imagine. I cannot say, but I imagine because you gotta know how to handle certain type of situation when it happens. So because people don't know, teacher got a lot of responsibility. So
Yeah.
I do appreciate what you're doing.
Yeah, no, and
Thank you.
we did learn from previous episodes. So
Yeah.
yeah, no, we know that it is very a very hard task. All right. So where do you plan to take your career somewhere in the future? Like, you have any plans as far as what you wanna do?
Actually, I do see a vision. This is something that I've been thinking about for many, many years. I would love to open up some type of practice and hire different psychologists, counselors, and have a safe space for children. Because, there is clinics and everything, but I wanted to expand on that. Have it's like a daycare center, but working with them, just preparing them for the future.
All right, no, that's awesome. And in the future, once you achieve that, you could come in, could talk about it, and
Talk about your experience, because
definitely, because this is what we all about. We wanna show how people grow. You know what I mean? Like,
and
grow,
give knowledge and show that it's possible to do different things. And the main thing that we talk about, we need to stop limiting ourselves. Am I
Yes.
saying it right?
Yeah, yeah.
But no, that's dope. I'm glad. Like he said, once you do it, you're more welcome to talk about it.
Definitely.
Thank
definitely.
you.
All right, guys. So now, like I said, we here to talk. We actually here to talk about your journey as far as weight loss. So like everyone has a beginning. Everyone has a like a story. So do you mind sharing us like your beginning, like how how was it that you got to how much did you weigh, and what caused it?
Okay. So for many years, okay, first of all, I'm only 4'6". 4'6". That's it.
Yeah.
So as far as the doctor tells me, I should be 100 pounds. But realistically, I will never be 100 pounds. To me, that's going to be too skinny.
Yeah.
Too skinny. But my normal weight before I gained a lot of weight was always 130. That was my normal weight at 4'6", and I had no problem with that, and I was happy with that weight. Throughout the years after I had my daughter, and I was married in a relationship, and working more than one job, more than one career, the stress level, just bundled up to me.
Yeah.
And then at that point, I wasn't taking care of myself. I was not eating correctly, drinking soda, eating a lot of cakes, ice cream, and I was not sleeping correctly.
Yeah.
So what happened was, and I didn't notice, what happened was I went from 130 to 200 pounds.
Yeah.
Now imagine someone at 200 pounds at 4'6". It's not healthy.
Yeah, no,
It's not healthy at all.
Yeah, and like it's something that we could like agree on. Like there comes a time where like there's a time where we get stressed and we kind of recognizing a little bit that like we are gaining weight, but then we kind of shove it to the side and then we could become numb. Become numb to it. I mean, is that something that you could relate to?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So you basically become numb to it, and then now all of a sudden, and then you come to this denial phase, like, I don't really even care, like, and you find all these reasons to not care, and then all of a sudden, like you feel unhealthy, you're overweight, you don't like how certain things look when you want to go out, and on the day to day you probably don't care, but when you want to actually go out and like go to a party or some type of event, you like nothing fits you right. So I could relate to that, and that's me coming from a man. Like I'm imagining like how it is for a woman. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. That was the case with me. So then what I used to do is I would start a diet. Like Weight Watchers or the Slim Fast, or I would do like, let's cut off the carbs and just eat vegetables and meat, like vegetables and chicken and fish. And then I would lose weight, but then I would gain it back and I would gain more weight. Because what happens is it sort of works for that moment, but once you stop that dieting and you start eating normal and then you start overeating again, then you got to gain the weight back.
Yeah, no, that part I understand. Like there's a lot of programs that exist out there. There's a lot of companies that they even like sell proteins and things like that. And what happens is like because I've been part of a couple of companies that sell products that help you lose weight, and I will see like the average minority, let's say, they'll consume it and they'll say, well, this product doesn't work because this product just makes you fat when you don't use it. So then I ask, I'm like, okay, so can I ask you this? What made you lose the weight? Taking the food, replacing it for a meal. I'm like, okay, so since you was using that to replace the meal, now that you're not consuming that, what are you replacing that meal with? So when I ask the question, they be like, I like my rice. I'm like, okay, so it's not the product. The product is supposed to be a helping mechanism. It's not the magic pill, guys. It's not the magic pill. Okay, I mean, if you didn't realize that till now, like, it's not.
I believe it could be. I mean, I don't know because I don't really have that issue, but I believe that once
Sorry, bastard.
yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said it that way. That came out so wrong. But the point I was gonna try to give is that I feel like when certain people reach their goal, they'll stop. I'm good now, so I could go back to where I was eating until they start doing it and they realize, oh shoot, I should not stop. I could be wrong, Paul. You could tell me.
Yeah, no. I mean, so like, what happens is, like I said, like I've spent like a lot of money on products to lose weight, and I started to like understand with time because like I have a journey myself. Like this is like my third coming, or actually no, sorry. This is my fourth coming of my weight loss journey. So it's like Juana said earlier, like you start these programs and then you stop the programs for whatever reason. And, you know, you start gaining the weight again, but it's because your mindset is not properly there. Like you're depending on these products rather than understanding why are these products actually working. It's not because the product is a magic product. It's because you're shifting. You're basically shifting your diet.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna paint a quick picture.
Yeah.
What was happening with me is my health was going down, deteriorating.
Okay.
So I've been through the hospital plenty of times. So throughout my 30s, instead of enjoying my 30s and raising my daughter, because my daughter was young,
Yeah.
I was in a hospital a lot because I started getting different things like, I had to have my gallbladder removed. I had kidney stones.
Wow.
So there was a lot of things accumulating. And the doctors kept telling me, you need to change your eating habit. But what would happen is I would go home and not change my eating habit.
Yeah.
The first thing that I actually did do was give up soda. I think I gave up soda. It's been like almost 20 years.
Wow.
I haven't had a Pepsi.
Wow.
And I was addicted to Pepsi. Like I would have it for breakfast, lunch, dinner all day instead of water.
Yeah, I remember those days for me too.
It's hard to quit. I actually quit drinking soda for
What? yo, stop the cap.
You know what?
Stop the cap. Nah. I don't know. I haven't seen Truth drink soda. To be fair, like I used to see you drink like about 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah.
I still drink, but at one point I stopped drinking like for 6 months. Like I really stopped. But I find it hard for me because every time I used to go out and eat, because I used to work in the city, every time you buy a meal, what it come with? A soda. You never find like sometimes you used to buy a meal, throw away the soda and buy water. But when I started doing the math, I'm like, I'm gonna just drink the soda. I mean, that's a bad advice. Don't even listen to me because I don't really drink that much soda. To be honest, I drink more water than soda, but it's hard for certain people to quit. That's the point that I'm trying to get because there's different reasons. But I feel like one of the reasons people drink soda because it's everywhere. So it's like you say, sometimes we program to like some stuff. So.
Yeah, it's advertisement, man. Like, what do we see on TV when you as children? You see the soda, you see the McDonald's.
That's what you really like, soda.
yeah. So it's like, and you're raised liking candy as a kid, man. Like it's crazy the way that we were raised, man. It's crazy. Like I know that our parents have good intentions and all of that, but like it's just not healthy. It's not a healthy way.
Oh, that's the thing. Our community, you gotta eat a lot. You cannot be too skinny.
That's true. That's true.
De que, tú tienes que ponerte gordito y fuertito. Tú tienes que ponerte fuerte, mi niño. Like, ve, come. And it's like, okay. And then when you think like you think you're full, and it's like they give you another plate. I'm like, damn, man. Like, come on. Like, what are you trying to do?
No, my mom OD with the rice. I tell her all the time, you need to cut it back because, I mean, I'm the type of person, I try not to eat. You know why they're gonna go there because then you're gonna look at me.
Nah. Go ahead. I won't. I promise. You stop the cap though.
Wow.
No.
One of the reasons I told my mom to cut back on the rice because I gained a couple of weight. Now, yeah, I should not say that, right?
No. Look. I will say this, man. Like, there are people who like they gain some weight and they see like a pudge and it motivates them to do it. Like, That's normal, and that's what should be done, right? There are cases like like Juanas in this case, where like she got stressed. She got really stressed by the lifestyle she was living at the time, and basically what ended up happening is like she got numb. She just got numb to the weight gain, because you must have seen the signs at some point in time, and you was just like like whatever. Let me just live my day by day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then the thing is, I was living with someone who kept telling me I was beautiful, exactly the way I was. He would tell me, you're beautiful, exactly like that. So I felt beautiful. I felt like I looked great. But I look at my pictures now and I said, no, I did not. I even my face looked older. Like I looked older than what I was when I was overweight. So it was just really bad. But what actually changed was when I moved to my new location, the new area, because I had to move a few times. And when I moved there, it was about 4 years ago. Yes, it's been 4 years now. 4 years ago, I moved to a location, and there was a salsa school. And he said, why don't you join the salsa school? You love to dance. Because I always danced all my life. And I said, okay, I'm going to join. So I joined. And when I went to my first class, when you go to your first class, it's extremely basic.
Yes.
I was out of breath.
Oh, by the way, guys, she's talking about salsa class on too. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I was out of breath. For the little itty bitty, simple, basic step, I couldn't keep up. And I said to myself, I need to go to the gym if I'm going to do this salsa class. That's how it actually started. I wasn't thinking journey at the time. And then a few blocks away, there's a gym there, Planet Fitness. I said, okay, you know what? Let me go over there and just join. But again, I was not thinking journey. I was just thinking, I just need to join the gym so I could keep up with salsa class.
Let me ask you a question. On every what is the last day of Monday, you try that pizza out?
No.
No. All right, you ignore the pizza?
I ignored the pizza. I don't need that.
That's good, because I didn't. I was too weak. I will have that pizza.
That's why he asked you that question, because you did it.
Yo, I had to just leave Planet Fitness overall. I love you guys, but I couldn't be around that, because one thing that would happen to me is, and I mean, I don't know if you guys can relate. So when I'm trying new things, when I'm going through a path of let's say in this case I want to lose weight, right? And let's say I'm living. I was in this example. I was living with my mom. She'll come and say, "Oh, hey, I'm making some French fries with some pechugas, right? Fried pechugas, right?" And I'll be like, "Look, I don't want to eat that. I'm dieting." "Oh, pero que un día no es nada. Ese es un día."
And mom say that.
And then it's like, she doesn't realize that one day, that one thing, it ruins my whole routine. It ruins the whole routine. So it's now I gotta start over again, because at the time you when you're going through a journey, you're going through the journey. You're not accustomed to the new habit that you're putting yourself into. So so that Planet Fitness, that's what it did for me. I didn't feel like I accomplished anything in 1 week, so that I now can eat this pizza. Oh, in the month, I think it's
I think it was once a month.
Yeah,
I
once a
don't know.
month. I don't know if they still do that.
So
I don't know. I ignore that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say
No, go ahead.
that gym that you went to. Once you started going to the gym, both of you, did you end up quitting or? I mean, because I know mad people that go to the gym, start for a couple of months and then leave. Were you able to stay consistent with the gym?
I am consistent now. It's been 4 years. I'm consistent now. Before, years ago, I would join a gym, go for a little bit and quit, and then even cancel the membership because I wasn't going. Now, even though it's Planet Fitness, it's convenient for me because it's right there, and this Planet Fitness needs my job, so it's convenient for me. So
No, I'm not trying to belittle Planet Fitness. I was just saying that that's what happened to me.
It's
you know,
true,
like,
though.
You know, with the whole pizza thing, and then I would take all the Tootsie Rolls, the fruity one and the chocolate one home with me after a workout. You know, it's like. At one point, I was just like, "Yo, like, damn, man, like, you know." And I know it's my fault. It's not their fault. I'm not trying to put no blame in them. I understand their intentions, right? They kind of want to congratulate you after a workout, you know, like. But it's just something that didn't work for me, and it just reminded me of, you know, like the example that I gave you. Oh, it's only one day, you know, like,
Yeah.
you can mess up one day, and it's like, no, like, if you mess up one day, if you're not in that mindset yet, that one day could ruin your whole routine, you know. So I mean, that, and like I said, that's just my opinion. You guys can leave a comment in the section, you know, letting me know your thoughts on that.
Right.
All right. So there's something happened, like, specifically that you said, you know what, I gotta commit myself now. Like, something happened to you. It was like, yo, I gotta change my mindset. Was it the salsa school for you?
Yeah, because
Okay.
like I literally was out of breath. I couldn't move. I was sweating, and I was hurting from head to toe. And I'm like, but these are simple moves. I just couldn't keep up. So that's when I started the gym. Okay. And then from there, I just kept going to the gym and kept going to class. So I kept doing both of them. So after a while, I actually was really motivated. And I said, you know what? This is my journey. I'm actually going to do it this time, and I'm going to lose this weight. And I had a goal. So what I did was I set a goal. I started May 2nd. I forgot the year. Oh, May 2nd, 2018. That's when I walked into the salsa class. And then I said to myself, okay, today is May 2nd, 2018. Next year, May 2nd, 2019, and I put it on my calendar, I'm going to be 130 pounds. That's how I did it. So I actually set a goal, and then May 2nd, 2019, I went to the scale, and I was 130. That's how I did it.
That consistent. See, that's why you gotta be consistent. And
Yeah.
wow, that was incredible.
The value of having to write down what you want to accomplish. People discredit how important that is and how valuable you actually getting up and putting up something that you could look at. I mean, where would you put it? Like the
I have it. I had it on my cell phone.
Yeah.
And then I wrote it down on a paper, and then I put it by my mirror.
Okay, all right. So
So
you
I
see it
was
every
looking
day.
at it every single day. I said May 2nd, 2019, 130 pounds.
Wow.
And then I also had it on my phone. And then that day, my phone rang. You know, it beeped. Hello, weight yourself. I said, oh my God, I gotta find a weight. I gotta weigh myself.
Oh wow. Wait, you didn't want to have one prepared at home? Like,
No, I actually did not have one. I went to someone else's house. I said, can I weigh myself?
oh man.
And she said, yes.
Yeah, of course. You can use my weight.
She wasn't confused, or
No, she wasn't confused. And then I weighed myself, and I was so happy. I was like, wow, 130 pounds. I was at 200 to 130.
no, that's a lot. Not too many people could accomplish that because it's even hard for certain people to do at 10 or 20 pounds. But you did way more than that. So I could, yeah, you did really good.
So so somebody wanted me to ask, right? So what is the secret to losing weight?
The secret.
Yeah, what's the mystery secret?
I don't diet. And I'm going to explain what that is. What it is I change my eating habits, and I also change my portion. And I also remain active. So I love my rice and beans. Yes, I do. I love my pollo guisado, my chuletas. I love all of that. Totones.
Yeah, man, you can't
But-
miss out the maduros. Though.
Yes, I
Which
like
is-
both. I
which
like
is great.
both. Yeah.
Mado is the best.
Yeah. So what's missing? Vegetables. It's just a big plate of grease.
Yeah.
So I started changing the way I cooked. So instead of making, because I love fried chicken, and I can make a mean fried chicken. You could eat it all day long. I know how to make really good fried chicken.
Don't bring it my way. You can bring it to him.
I'll bring it to him.
Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to say that.
so instead of having fried chicken, I put in the oven, or even the air fryer, because the air fryer, is the grease go down.
Yeah.
But also, instead of having rice every day, because I could eat rice every day with no problem. I could eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You know how we are. Yeah. I'll have quinoa. Rice. Yeah, quinoa. And then I'll have my favorite thing that I love that my daughter makes is she makes quinoa, and then she makes fish in the oven and vegetables. So she'll have broccoli, carrots, peppers, and everything. And it's a good dish. It still tastes really, really good. It's healthy, but you put a lot of flavors. So it's like you can still eat, just change the way you eat, cook things differently. Walking is very important. I literally do 15,000 steps plus a day, every single day. And the walking helps you maintain the weight. So even if you skip a gym day, I still have that 15,000 steps plus.
Oh, wow. So would you advise this even to people like me because he think I'm skinny, or to everybody, or yours?
Nah. You know what? Yeah. I mean, I know that we have, like, we all have different body types. Yeah. So this is something that I learned, right? For all you plus size people, right? Including myself. So sometimes when we gain weight, it's because we intake more nutrients. So we intake more nutrients into our bodies. When you cannot lose as much weight, you're not taking as much nutrients. So we actually have an advantage. It's just all about what we're consuming. Because the problem is that we're consuming a lot of processed foods. So since we're consuming it, like we're taking these nutrients in, and it's easier for us to gain weight. I just wanted to give you like that fun fact.
No, definitely. Because I know part of it is gene too. And people really talk about it.
So I don't hate you that much.
I appreciate it. I throw them some hate.
Nah. So there's something that I actually want to talk about, right?
Okay.
So when you go to the gym, how important it is using weights for ladies?
Weights is extremely important. You can't do cardio by yourself. Yeah. Cardio is not gonna do anything. You have to lift weights because now you're burning the fat and gaining muscle.
Yeah. So this is a misconception that a lot of ladies have, right? And it's like they don't want to use that much weight because they feel like they're gonna get muscles. And to that, I say, I laugh because it happens all the time when I talk to ladies about it. And I say, look, even me, when I start to go into the gym, you know how long it takes for me to see one speck of muscle? Like, you know how much weight and work I have to put on? Like, and even if I gain, let's say I gain some muscle, that muscle is not going to stay there forever. Like, it'll be gone, like, before you know it. So can you express the importance of that? Do you went through that where you saw like massive muscles, and how much weights do you use? So can you answer that? Yeah.
So
yes.
I love deadlifts. Like, I love to do deadlifts.
Yeah.
Before the pandemic, because I have to do it this way. Before the pandemic, the most weight I did for deadlifts was 250. But then the pandemic happened. There was no gym. Of course, I don't have 250 pounds somewhere in my house.
Yeah.
So now I'm starting all over again. Now I'm at somewhere at 150. So now I'm trying to get my goal back to 250 and hopefully do more. My legs, of course, is always more because your legs are stronger. So my legs right now, I'm at 265.
Mm-hmm.
Before the pandemic, I was somewhere like 350.
Wow.
Right.
Yo, no excuses.
No excuses.
Yeah.
It's very, very important because it does help burn the fat.
Yes.
I
it
mean,
does.
I'm not extremely muscular.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
Do you work like on arms a lot, and do you work on shoulders?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And now I really have to target my back because I have to work more on my back.
Yeah, yeah. So like, do you do bench presses?
Yes.
How much is it that you?
Well,
Yeah.
I did it. When was it? I went a few days ago to the gym and I did 150.
Okay.
It was a struggle because it's been a while, but I actually did 150.
Yeah, and look, you don't seem all muscular. And,
No,
you know what I'm saying. So that,
but
so,
you can feel it. You can
Yeah,
see it.
yeah.
You can see
I
it.
just want to remind the females. I
yeah,
guess.
no. It's because like it is something that I want to express, like, because I want you guys to, like, I have a lot of ladies that are are insecure with their arms, right? So I let them know, look, just work on arms. No, because I don't want to be all muscular. I'm like you know how much work it takes for you to become muscular, like it's. I know I've this is my fourth coming on in my weight loss journey. It takes a lot for me to get some sort of muscle. You know what I mean? So, and again, even if I get it, like I was muscular once, and I'm not as muscular now. Like it's gonna deteriorate. You're not gonna stay brolic forever. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
But but this is why I kind of wanted you to share that you don't like. You could work on muscles. Like, do you work more on sets or reps?
Reps.
You work on yeah, exactly. So you want to work on a lot of reps because that's what helps you burn fat.
Exactly.
That's what helps you burn fat. Like, it's working on reps. So you could get a lower weight and do a lot of more reps. Do it the right way. Do it slowly. You know what I mean? Like, so like how did anybody help you, like, as far in your journey? Like, did anybody guide you on, like, hey, you got to do this way? Yeah, so.
I have a lot of different guidance. When I went to the gym, there was a trainer there, and he actually helped me. He's actually told me, you can't do cardio all day, because I will go to the gym and I will go to the treadmill, and that was the only thing I would do. And then he guided me the right way to do it. Now, in my salsa class, I did meet someone. I don't know if he wants me to mention his name. You know him.
Yeah, no, you don't have to.
He really helped me a lot because I know at one point he was training to be a bodybuilder, and I looked up to him. I still look up to him. He's like my little son that I don't have. And he helped me a lot. He gave me articles to read. He gave me a lot of videos to watch on YouTube. And he would tell me like the do's and don'ts. And he told me, I'm not an expert. I'm not a personal trainer. I could just give you information that I know.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
And he really did open my eyes a lot. Mm-hmm. So he helped me out. And also, I do have an online trainer. And I've been with him, I think, about 3 years now. And he's great. Yeah. And he's online. He lives in the other side. Mm-hmm. But he helps me a lot. So I have a lot of people.
How important do you think that is? How detrimental do you think that is to your success?
I think it's extremely important. I think without them, without guidance, I would not be here. Also, one more other thing. When I started my journey, I had said to myself, the only way that I'm going to keep it up if I document it somewhere. Yes. And that's when I opened up, because I didn't have social media. I just had it maybe 4 years. So then I said, okay, I'm going to have Facebook for the first time. I'm going to have Instagram for the first time. And I'm going to post my journey. Yeah. And that actually helped, because now it's like, damn, I got to keep it up. I have to keep it up because I'm showing people now. So that's actually helped me as well.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man. And like we always discuss that. I mean, it's not only with weight loss. If you want to achieve something in life, you need to surround yourself in a circle with people who are achieving or want to achieve the same thing. Because like if you're in a room with people just on the negative side of what you want to achieve, then those limit you. And it just becomes hard. It's not saying that you cannot accomplish it. You can, but it just becomes that much harder. And when you're doing it amongst friends, it's exciting because we get to celebrate together, right? I mean, like I remember when I was in my third journey, you was kind of part of it, where
Yes.
like I just created a chat. I created a chat and I put all these people on, and I felt like I was like I had to be accountable, and I had to like perform because I'm the one that created the chat. I'm the one telling people, hey, let's get encouraged. I'm like, yo, look at Juana, look at what she's doing. You know what I mean? Like it was a dope time, man.
It was.
And I'm looking to do that again. Don't worry. Don't be surprised if you get added to a what's up chat
Coming soon.
right?
Coming soon.
Let's do
Right
it.
up, man. Yeah, no, definitely. No, I'm mentally prepping myself to do this. Like I'm right now. I'm like in a water cleansing diet right now. As of right now, like I will drink I do drink like 2 or 3 smoothies during the day, right? Because you gotta, I'll eat something solid like an apple. Sometimes I'll eat a broccoli. But I'm trying to maintain myself and just trying to remember it's not about dieting. It's about shifting the mind. So I'm the water cleansing. I'm not doing it by myself. I have 2 other people who are doing it. So since they're doing it, I'm like, you know what? Let me just do this right now. Let me just work on this now. Then after I take my trip, which I'm gonna take a trip, when I come back, then I'm gonna get a bit more serious and and I'm gonna engage. So like I said, very excited that you're here. I do want to thank you. I appreciate you. You have no idea. Like a lot of people don't notice this like about me. I know sometimes you guys see me and I might be a quiet person sometimes. I'll talk, I'll mingle with you guys, but a lot of times I'm observing. I'm seeing, like what kind of mindset does this person have? Like I actually do that. And and something that I noticed from you is like you are very passionate with the fitness. I mean, it's what you talk about a lot. I mean, and I see that, and I was like, you know what? That's why I added you to the chat. I don't know how you felt. I just added you out of nowhere.
I was fine with it. I was like, "Oh, it's Nate. Okay, I'm gonna do it."
Yeah, no. So definitely, I want to thank you for that. So let me ask you this: do you have like any hobbies? Anything that you do? Well, I know you do salsa, but besides that, anything else that you like to do?
I love Zumba. I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another type of dancing, isn't it? Or I believe.
It's
Yeah.
exercise, Zumba, and I got into bike riding. So I love bike riding, hiking, trail walks. Like I like to do a lot of hiking. It's amazing.
Okay, that's dope.
Where will you do hiking around here?
No, upstate.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. I don't know of any hiking place in NYC. So,
Actually, Van Cortlandt Park.
oh really?
Yeah.
See, we're gonna know. I will. We're in the Bronx. We don't even know you could do hiking back Cortland.
I didn't know either, man.
There's
Yeah.
Van Cortlandt Park and there's Pelham Bay Park. There's
know Pelham Bay is-
there's areas.
Penn Bay Park is huge. I haven't been there, but I know it's huge. But back Cortland, we pass through all the time. We never see it.
We're
Oh,
gonna
So
have to
new
take a
knowledge,
trip.
Chipotle,
We're
yeah.
about to, I think we're gonna go there and give a recording to let people know. Wait, do you want that? Because I don't want people to get flooded.
no, that's fine. That's
now you can't even hike because everybody else is doing it.
no, that's fine. But there's even a bike riding trail or walking trail where you start in the Bronx and you end up somewhere in upstate. If you keep going through Van Cortlandt Park, it's huge.
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Definitely gonna have to look that up. So to end this note, just want to let the viewers know, guys, there's no excuse. Like Juana just said earlier, like she, like you went through like the doctors told you that you need to lose weight. You said you removed
I had a gallbladder removed. I had kidney stones. I even had a bad kidney infection.
yeah.
I went through so many things. High blood pressure, cholesterol.
Wow. And you know what's crazy that sometimes like that you would think some people would think that would encourage you to do better, but actually gets a lot of people into a depression state where they don't want like, oh man, like why me? Instead of saying like, you know what, this is my situation, I put myself here. Make yourself accountable. And now that you make yourself accountable, now you ask the question, what do I do now?
Exactly.
And that's basically what you did. So guys, like I said, no excuses. And we looking forward to to talking to you, like seeing your progress. Like I said, me and you, we're gonna get in contact. Don't worry. Like we I'm trying to get to that. I'm not trying. I'm gonna get to that path again. You know what I mean? So like I said, thank you, man. Anything else you want to add?
Before we end, do you have any advice or any knowledge and power you could give our listener that you would like to say? Anything extra or?
Yeah, definitely. When you keep saying the mindset, it is an overall mindset. So it's not just about working out and changing eating habits. I also sit. I like to have my quiet time. I like to meditate. Yes. It's very, very important to meditate. Also reflect on your life. What can you do to improve it? Who you leaving behind? Because you mentioned sometimes there's people that you gotta let go. Yeah. And I did a lot of letting go. I've lost a lot, and now I'm starting all over again. I'm rebuilding. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with change. Change is a good thing. Change is a good thing because I've been through a lot. I was in a dark place. I was in a place where I felt like I couldn't breathe. And I was suffocating. And I almost had a stroke, which is another thing that I forgot to mention. I was at a point of a stroke. And I couldn't breathe, and my everyday life was a mess. Yeah. But then there was people I had to let go. And once I let go of those people, and even though I did lose a lot of things, I had a nice home, I had a nice car, I had a lot of nice things. Yes. I lost all of that. I was homeless at one point, and I was within this 4-year journey, but I didn't give up. So you don't give up. Go through the changes, go through the motion. Things will get better for you.
I want to say thank you for giving all that knowledge and power to our listener. And like I always say, if you like what we're doing, please let other people know to follow us at Podbean or Spotify, TuneIn Radio, Stitcher, Apple, Google Podcasts. We everywhere. And on YouTube too. So if you like what we're doing, please let other people know so they could get the same type of knowledge we're getting right now. And I appreciate what you do. Peace.
All right, guys. So like I said, let's just level up this level of success, leveling up the mindset, guys. All right. Peace out.
Peace.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks.